this is one way it can happen for you. This is I think is the ideal way of talking about how technology can help anybody, really.
Okay, so you text this code to this number if you're interested in this property, right? And then they get back in touch with you from there?
Now you're operating from a different perspective than what I normally do. You could do that, but what I was making mention of is that if I have just general information, like you send me information about a job fair, I say, oh, Joe, that's great. And I'll put that information into Big Board. Well, if I already got clients' cell phone numbers in here, they'll get access to that information on that day at that time. They don't have to be in here to see anything.
I got you.
So that was the point I was making. Now, as far as the code and how that can connect, I've never done it that way, but I think you're right.
Interesting.
How often do you utilize this board on a
Like
daily
I say,
basis?
it really comes down to an issue of functionality with me because I'm not able to input into it often. So it could be used more. I can't even say that I get to it weekly. I can't even say that I get to it every other week. You know, when I do have volunteers or interns on board, this becomes one of their assignments.
Okay.
For real. So if you ever want to volunteer in the shelter and see how some of this hands-on stuff gets done, you could be a big part of it getting done, you know, in terms of the implementation of it.
So is this a technology that most homeless shelters
Not
have?
that I know of. I think the experiment at the time was only being done in this shelter and maybe only one other place.
Wow.
So where is that today? Now, this was a few years ago when it was installed or put in. So in terms of it being more popular or more widely used today, it may or may not be.
Okay.
And I mean, I've heard of it just from being around DCM, but like I didn't really know how it worked. Or I mean, it sounds like people I work with could use it too.
Yeah,
know,
well,
so.
Cliff do have it. I thought they had one down there in New Life. So, sorry, Joe, but yeah, I think that program do have it.
Okay, well that's good to know. I mean, I'd like to talk to you more offline about
Okay.
using it more, but that's cool.